If you clicked on this video, I know you've been asking yourself this question: how can I earn an extra source of income without quitting my job? And this should be so simple. In this video, I am going to show you ways you can use today to earn an extra source of income, even more money than your current job, without getting a second job, without working extra hours, without going to McDonald's or somewhere else to work as a waiter in the evening, without carrying stuff around to sell in the evening. My name is Moses Crypto and this is Moneyfest World School. Welcome. This is a place where we teach people to achieve financial freedom. So if you like such content, like this video, leave a comment and also subscribe. You know that feeling coming back from work around 5 p.m. in the evening, you're very tired, exhausted, without even more energy to cook supper? It is very common. Most of you who are doing jobs today, you are going through something similar. By the way, write in the comment section right now, what kind of job do you do? And are you going through something similar? So let's try to understand, why does this exist like this? This is so simple. You are definitely working an 8 to 5 job. Sometimes it's different. Somebody's working a 10 to 7, maybe an 8 to 4 job. What is common with all these jobs? Very simple. You are working a lot, you don't get enough time for yourself, and you don't earn enough. And what is common here is simple. You earn an income that is just enough to keep you alive, eat, but not enough for you to keep money and become wealthy. Not enough for you to become rich. So what do you do in the end? Simple. You decide to work more hours. You decide to take on an extra shift. You decide to take on an extra job, to work in the evenings, maybe early in the morning, to make an extra source of income. And what does this turn into? You become even more exhausted, more tired, your weekends go off, and you see how you are turning into a workaholic, a person who works without end. All right, so you have done that. You are working extra hours, extra jobs, but what is happening to your income? Does it really grow any much? You're not making millions. No. You're just making a little extra, maybe to save off, to take your family out, to take you out a little. But you still can't afford to buy yourself a car. You can't afford to buy yourself a house. But your boss is buying himself a big car, a big house. Meanwhile, you're not. You can change this. And look, the next day you come back and you're like, no, let me even work even harder. You try to put in double the effort and get the same result. A day passes by, a week passes by, a month passes by, and you're still where you were before. A month, a year, years pass by, ladies and gentlemen, and you are finally in a circle that is repeating itself. A circle that has literally doomed your fate to that constant salary that will never change, that will never earn you wealth, that will never turn your life into that dream you always had when you're young. You wanted to become wealthy. You wanted to become a millionaire. You wanted to become a billionaire. But we both know we only have 24 hours a day. You can't divide yourself. You're not a robot. You can only work 8, maximum 12 hours a day. You need something. You need something to add on to this. Something that can help you continue doing your current job, but also allow you to earn an extra source of income that is not only equal to your current income, but sometimes even more. And yes, there are ways you can start making money without quitting your job, without taking on an extra job, so that you are working 24 hours a day. No, you can't. But in the end, making enough money that after some time, you are able to continue working on your current job, but also save for your future. Are you 50, 60, 70 years old, but you are looking at retirement? You have nothing kept for your retirement. You need something extra. You need something to add on so that you can start keeping for your future. Are you young? You're 20, 30, 40 years old. You need to start investing. You need something extra. And that is what I'm going to introduce to you. I'm going to tell you the truth, why millionaires are becoming richer and the rest are not. And the reason is supposed to be simple. Simple. Rich people do things differently. Rich people look the other way while others do the opposite. What do you do when you want to earn an extra source of income? If you're working an 8 to 5 job, you'll add on an extra job, you add on extra hours to earn extra money. What does a millionaire do? They take on another form of education, knowledge, that is going to allow them to identify a trend before it takes off. And what do? They invest in that trend before it even starts and keep holding their investments. Right now, the hottest trend that most millionaires are right now investing in is crypto. Cryptocurrencies are literally the currency of the future. What is cryptocurrency? Simple. Cryptocurrency is literally digital money. This is money that you can buy and sell online. And you know one thing that is so interesting about cryptocurrency? Nobody has control over it. Not any government is responsible for it. Not even a bank. And no one can ever know that you've transferred money from one person to another. And that is the secret of digital. That is why most people are right now investing in cryptocurrencies. And right now there are so many ways people can make money from crypto. The main ways that you can start with without needing millions of dollars, with as minimum 500, 700 or even 1,000 rands. That is trading and also P2P arbitrage. Do you see the graphs right behind me? I know some of you have seen them before. For those who have never, don't get scared. This is not rocket science. This is very simple. That is what we call trading. Making money from those graphs is what we call trading. And by the way, I've had students of all ages. I've had 40-year-old students, 50 years, 60-year-old students who have easily managed to work their way around these graphs and make consistent amounts of income every single month. So what is trading? Trading is so simple. You buy low and sell high. Very simple, as simple as that. So once you learn how to do this and analyze these graphs, it becomes literally the simplest thing you can ever do. The other way we make money is called P2P arbitrage. Now the question is, what is P2P arbitrage? P2P arbitrage is literally making money off the difference in price of anything. Think about it. When you go to the market right now, where are you? Any part of the world you are. Let's say in South Africa, maybe Johannesburg. You go to the local market, you want to buy an apple. And you find out that that apple costs one price in one market, let's say 5 rands. But then you find out it costs even more expensive in a second market. What will you do? If you're business minded, you'll buy that apple cheaply and resell it in the next market even more expensively. Do you see? Do you know that you can do the same thing online without needing to carry around a bag of apples from one market to another? You can do it with cryptocurrencies. You can buy a coin cheaply from maybe somebody and resell it to someone else at even a higher price. And how many times can you do this a day? Uncountable. Multiple times you can do it. And many of my students are literally printing money every single day from these ways of making money. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you try these ways out and you will finally get an extra source of income without quitting your job? I know you're asking, how much money do I need to start with? How much time do I need to sacrifice every single day? The answer is simple. You need maximum 1 hour, 2 hours, and you will earn enough money per month that is even more than your current salary. Yes. How much should you begin with? $100. Does it sound a lot? What about 500 rands? What about 600, 700 rands? Many of my students have managed to start with such capitals and literally change their lives. So ladies and gentlemen, why don't you take your life and start making an extra source of income? So guys, you finally now have an idea of what you need to do to earn an extra source of income without quitting your job. For you to be able to come back home over the weekend, rest with your family, sit on the sofa set, watch TV, and enjoy with your family without getting scared that the landlord is coming in the evening to ask for their rent. Or school fees is coming, you don't have enough money to pay for school fees. Or maybe hostel bills They are coming and you can't afford them. You now have an idea of how you can make money without taking on an extra job, maybe working extra hours. And we have all seen these ways. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know the first steps you should take for you to achieve this life you've dreamed of for quite a long time, very simple. Write me in the comment section below and let me know, should I shoot a video to show you what steps should you take first to set you on the path to achieve your dream? And I will do that with pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Moses Crypto with you again on Moneyfest World School, and I was glad to see you again here. I would like to see you next time, so subscribe, click the like button, and see you next time.